Ephesians 2:10 says that we are God's workmanship. In essence, we're his masterpiece. I don't know about you, but when I look in the mirror, I don't see a masterpiece. I might see a Picasso, but no masterpiece. I want to be his masterpiece. So I go to God and I say, God, do everything that you have to do. Change everything that you have to change in me to make me your masterpiece.
Hi, Louis.
Who are you?
I am God.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. You said a prayer. I appeared. It's how we've been doing this since the beginning.
All right. Well, then if you're God, I don't know, make it snow in here.
You see, I would make it snow, but then it'd get real yucky, and I really, really don't want to do that right now.
See, you're not God.
What makes you say that?
Because God doesn't say the word yucky.
Why not? It's a Greek word. I do say the word yucky.
All right, well then if you're God, what does Lamentations 15:9 say?
Actually, Lamentations is actually a very short book. It only has 5 chapters.
Why is it so short?
I was tired of lamenting.
All right, well then if you're God, who's going to win the NBA Finals this year?
You know, I'm not that much into playing games. The real question is, why are you so much into playing games?
You are God.
What gave it away?
Because you answered my question with a question.
Did I? I do that often, don't I? All right, buddy, let's step on up.
Wait. What's that?
These are actually tools I'm going to be using to restore you back into my original masterpiece. Are you ready for this?
All right. Wait. I thought you were a carpenter.
That is my son, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Let's continue.
All right, wait. Well, how do you know what to chisel away and what to leave?
Well, basically, I'm going to be chiseling away things that are not of me. The pride, the lust, the anger, the jealousy, the hate. Because to me, that's all dead weight. So I'm going to chisel that all away.
So speaking of dead weight, can you like chisel right here? Because I've been working out, I've been going to the gym. For some reason, I can't get rid of this area. I even tried Pilates and that was all.
My son, are you going to continue talking or are you going to allow me to chisel? Talk, chisel.
Chisel.
Chisel? Are you sure? Because a lot of my kids, they like to talk.
No. Chisel away.
All right, buddy. Here we go. Where do I start? I see. You have a lot of anger. You have a lot of pride. You're very lazy. Even though you like to pretend like you're very busy. You have a huge problem with lust.
Whoa. I do not have a problem with lust.
You, Louis Tirado, do not have a problem with lust.
No, man, I'm married. I can get any time.
Really?
All right. Look, maybe we should take a break, all right? You know, I'm actually doing pretty good. If you could just take a break, come back to this, and we'll be all fine.
You see, you are doing pretty good. But when you look in the mirror, who do you see?
I see me.
Exactly. That means I need to continue chiseling away because ultimately I need you and everybody else to see Jesus when they look at you.
Look, no offense, but every time I want to look more like your son, people get irritated. They get annoyed. I mean, even at church, people are like, oh, look at you, holy as thou. You know,
So you're basically telling me that you'd rather play God in certain parts of your life instead of allowing me to be God in your entire life?
I didn't say that.
But that's what you meant.
Yes, it is. Okay, look, it's getting really weird. It's getting really hard. You know, you can read my mind. Look, if we just take a break, come back to this, and we'll be all...
You know what it is, Louis? You're doing what a lot of my kids do. Controlling. Now let me ask you something. You know the end goal, you want to be a masterpiece. Are you going to control the situation, or are you going to allow me to chisel?
No, not chisel.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Look. Why don't you just let me chisel the things that I want to chisel away?
That's called controlling myself.
Okay, chisel away.
All right. You've been holding on to this for a long time. Are you ready?
Yeah. Just hurts so much.
hurts me, son, more than it hurts you.
Look, you just don't understand this pain.
Do not talk to me about pain. I know all about pain. I sent my only son to get crucified, nailed into a cross for sin and for pain. And for more things, to give you freedom, Louis. Ever since you were in high school, you've been doing things to fill up that empty void inside your heart. You run through these wells that is full of dry nothingness. To cover up your anger, to cover up your sadness, to cover up the pain. You keep running to these things and you keep running into absolutely nothing.
All right. Chisel away. Look, just know that what you find in there, it's not good. See, I know what's inside of this. You know, I wake up every morning and I look in the mirror and I see this kid. I'm a man, but I see this child who's scared. Look, just know that what you're going to find in there is not good.
You really think you're junk, Louis? You really, really think you're junk? I don't create junk. I've sewn you up together in your mother's womb perfectly. If I created junk, what would that say about my character? Listen, Louis, what can I show you to prove my love to you? I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Dig into your back pocket.
What?
Dig into your back pocket.
Why?
Are you arguing with me?
No, I'm not. God.
Yes.
I'm just saying, God, I'm getting this thing out of my back pocket.
You were saying my name in vain.
Look, I was just saying, it's a name. It's just, I have it.
It's not just a name, Louis. I have the name above all names. Oceans bow at the sound of my name. Mountains melt like wax because of my name. Dig into your pocket. I'm going to teach you a little something about my name. What is that?
It's a letter I wrote when I was at the bridge.
What does it say?
It says, I love Ashley Pinto.
The other side.
Sorry. I married her, by the way.
I was there.
Go ahead, read it. Dear God, today I'm turning everything over to you. I am not going to hold on to anything anymore. Your word says that you'll make me your masterpiece and use me to do great things. I don't see how that's possible. But I want that with all my heart. So please do whatever it takes to make me what you want. I love you, God.
I love you too, Louis. I love you too much to leave you where you at today. When I died on the cross and gave you salvation, it's not just so you can have an emotional feeling or just head knowledge knowing that you're going to heaven, but it's so that I may start living inside your heart and start moving you and developing you into the man that I created you to be. You are my masterpiece. You are my work of art. I want you to look out there. You see it right there? Yes. I want you to say this. Louis is God's original masterpiece.
Louis is...
Not the way you see yourself, Louis. Not the way you think everybody else sees you, but the way I see you. Go ahead.
Louis God's original masterpiece.
Yes, you are, buddy. Yes, you are.
And so are you. Each and every single one of you is God's original masterpiece.
Part in the teaching, in the skit, it says, "Ow, God, it hurts." It does hurt. God knows it's hard for us to become that masterpiece that He's created us to be. You know? But if you allow Him to continue to chisel away, little by little, you will become that diamond that you were created to be. He created you for such a time as this. This very moment, you are on this earth, in this bridge, living in this city, for this very moment. God created you to be a part of something so huge. He knows everything about you, and He created you to move with Him. The retreat is literally next week. And let me tell you something. In that retreat, a movement is going to explode. Out of that retreat is going to become a movement that's going to sweep over the city of Elizabeth. Take it over by force. And you guys were created, every single one of you guys. There is not one person in this room that wasn't created for this. All you guys, every single one of you, all of you, were created to be a part of this movement that God called. He called all of us to be restorers, to be repairers of broken walls, to be healers of broken hearts, to be peacemakers, to be the ones who are going to act justly, to be the ones who are going to love mercy, the ones who are going to walk humbly with God. He called us all to be His sons and daughters, and in the Bible it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons and daughters of Christ." If you want to join this journey, I urge you, from today until next week, to next Wednesday, next Thursday, fight. Do all that you can to get yourself at the retreat. Talk to your parents. Talk to your mom, talk to your dad. You need the money. Talk to your grandparents. They usually ball it. Sure. Do all that you can to get to this retreat, because God's created you for such a time as this.